Hello, course building citizens. I'm here to give a demonstration of how to enter questions into RealizeIt, adaptive platform from the infinite beyond. So, to get started, here we are in the Google Drive folder. This is kind of specific to Business 491, so other ingests might be slightly tweaked. But here we go. So I'll go to the first template, in week 5, keeping things professional as always, and then analyzing organizational performance. So I'm going to go over to RealizeIt, another window, let's find week 5, and again it's a lot faster to find specific nodes, or we call them activities, if you use just Control F. What is this? Organizational performance. So organizational performance. Analyzing organizational measuring. Jeez. Well, normally you would assume that there's not. We're going to go with measuring performance. Okay, so pen icon up here, go into authoring. Cool, let's go right into the stores, not worry about anything else. So remember, the store is where you store up to 1 to 8 million questions. Just questions hold there. They will not be delivered to a learner, however, unless you employ a question block to deliver a batch of them in a section, probably called questions. So there's already one in here. That's cool, thanks to the boundless ingest. So let's go back here. Let's see what our first ones are. Yeah, fill in the blank. Well, this is not a fill in the blank because there's multiple choice options, but that's fine. So we've got our question text, so we're going to go multiple choice. Don't worry about context. That's something if you want just like a blanket block of text to go before all of these questions, such as read the following passage and answer the questions on it. We're just going to go into the questions. It's easier just to paste in source mode to kind of get rid of any pesky formatting. Sometimes I'll do like a tiny tweak. So check, good, wonderful. You're going to enter in your choices for multiple choice questions right here. So it looks like A is the correct answer. So let's do old reliable. Copy and paste. So that's correct. Create. Then it's a little bit easier to click on another a few times to get these other ones in here. So we got what? Financial trends, marketing trends, and strategic business trends. Blah, blah, blah. And so it's actually a few less clicks to just, instead of writing all of the above, just do all of these responses. Make sure you spell responses right. Responses. Or something like that. So those are all incorrect. That's fine. If you want to do the all of the above, you would do something like all of the above. And then you just have to make sure that show choice at end is checked. But in this case it's incorrect. So this one will always show up at the very bottom. So it randomizes the questions by default. If you don't want them all randomized, the answers that is, then you have to click a few more buttons. So we'll get to this one. Check. Great. I don't want to create this. Yeah. Continue. Cool, so we got one correct, one incorrect. And that's really all you're going to do for entering the question. Unless there's hints or solutions or other bizarre combined areas to enter in, that's pretty much all you're going to do. But the one tweak that you have to remember is to go into the block now, at least after you enter all of your questions in here, and say, so that for some reason there's already a defined group based on the ingest, so it's only going to ask one ever, because there's only one in there from the ingest. So I want to get rid of this. Cool, we don't need to define any groups. Which seems contradictory, because now we need to tell the question block to stop delivery after it asks 4 questions. So there's not really any sort of defined group. I mean, if we want, we could say ask 4 out of this group and 4 out of this group. But just we're going to do 4 total out of all the questions in the store. You can see the source where the questions are coming from store, which is where we just were over here in store. So 4 ask here, and then we just to make sure question can be repeated. We don't want questions to be repeated. Question can only appear once, and that's it for here. Save. Checkaroo. Checkaroo. We should be all set with our settings, and then we can enter in all the 5 of these here. And luckily for the ingest, there's already a section created with the block to be delivered. So if we want to get really crazy, we can then preview in the new user interface and see what our questions look like. So great. No, I just entered that one. How did I get it wrong? My organizational impact. No, well, not great. So asking up to 4, so that's a good sign that we've entered in the correct number, even though there's only 2 in the entire store. So that's it. That is how to answer the questions. There are a million more features that we will not go into in this video, but thank you for watching. Good luck. You've got this.